What's up everyone, welcome back to ARTV. My name is John and you're tuned into my weekly countdown series 7 on Sunday. This week we're going to take a look at songs that don't really work very well outside of the context of their music video. I want to make it clear that we're not talking about songs that could be better alongside their music video or ones that are probably better. I'm talking about songs that I honestly really don't feel work very well outside of that context. If you happen to be new to the channel and haven't done so already, then please take the time to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified when I upload not only this series each and every week, but also other music related content from discography rankings, top 10 countdowns, music discussions, and album reviews. With the list that I'm presenting this week, I don't want to come out and say that I hate the songs here, because that's the furthest thing from the truth. In fact, I quite like many of these. It's just that I have a deep-rooted association with the music video, and I feel that that visual representation actually opens the mind's eye to what the artist was actually trying to say. Now that we got those precautions out of the way, thank you for tuning in. Please drop a like on this episode, and here is my very first selection.
Come meet me in the sky, I'll be waiting for you, and we can hear what they say up in my ear.
The British singer-songwriter Lily Allen takes a crack at the list first, landing at number 7 with Air Balloon off of her 2014 album Sheezus. This was a single that Allen has kind of since spoken out against, and I totally understand why. I liked the song for whatever reason at the time. I was just really going through maybe a bubblegum pop phase, but this song is just weird in the lyrical department for the sake of being weird. I mean, there's lines like, "Did I ever tell you that my uncle's monkey ran away from the zoo?" It's kind of meaningless. And then it's, "Oh, I'm in my air balloon, I'm in my air balloon." But when paired together with the music video, I still find enjoyment with the track. It's definitely cheesy, but there's a lot of cool camera work thrown into Air Balloon. You can see the rotating shots where it hones in on Allen, and then she essentially grabs the camera and then shoots it up into outer space. There's shots at the end that are just so out of this world. Quite literally, you see Allen green screened in, floating across the earth. It's stupid, it's silly, but it's also fun and entertaining. So even though I don't like the song much at all at this point, I can still appreciate what the visual piece adds.
I'm there for you, be there for me. I'm the song the soldiers sing as they march outside our window.
Between 2013 and 2015, I went through a pretty big alt-J phase, and at number 6, we have their track Hunger of the Pine. The music video that came out for this was reminiscent of the Hunger Games in many ways, and it came out around the same time that those movies were dropping. If you recall, the music video shows a lot of arrows just flying in from somewhere, and this poor guy just running across a forest and actually getting struck by so many of the different arrows. And for me, this was a song that I heard the first time, and I thought to myself, was that a Miley Cyrus sample? I'm the female rebel. And there were a lot of other elements that didn't quite add up for me, but then I watched that visual piece. I saw the music video, and I thought to myself, holy shit, for some reason this song makes 10 times more sense now. Hunger of the Pine. Pine meaning no, not a pine tree, but actually pining away for someone. And to me, this video represents somebody so desperate to get to another person, pining away. The lyrics become that much more evident and clear. I'll hum the songs that soldiers sing as I'm outside your window. That's one of the lyrics there. And the visual representation with all of these arrows flying around and this guy just continuing on despite the bloody pain that he's in, being struck over and over and over again. And then at the very end of the video, he comes in and escapes all of those arrows, is somehow still continuing on. And then he chooses his own fate by dousing himself in gasoline or else some sort of flammable fluid. And you can pretty much do the math as to what happens next. And for some reason, this is one of those things that I don't come back to all that often as a song, but this music video I would watch any day of the week. Love and Loathing in Banks, Vegas. At number 5, we have the singer Banks and her track from 2016's album The Altar, Fuck With Myself. This is a song, as I implied with my little reference there, oh so cleverly at the beginning of this piece, that kind of nods to self-hatred, but also self-love. It has multiple meanings, and I think this song is decent in its own right. It's definitely faded for me with time, but when I come back to the music video, it's something that actually accents what's going on with the lyrics. The weird whispers, the kind of meltdown that she's seeming to have internally. It's a track that definitely does talk like, oh, I fuck with myself, as in I build myself up. Like, oh, I fuck with that movie, or yeah, I fuck with them. It's one of those songs that sure can mean that, but it also means that I mess with myself internally. I'm the one, not you. I'm the one that messes with me and messes up decisions more than anybody else. And I think the video, for some strange reason, despite the weird mannequins, the lipstick, the dancers, the bodysuit, the nudity, whatever else, it's something that kind of has a weird play and feeling to it, but that sensation lingers, and you're looking at the shots and you're thinking, for some reason, this is the perfect companion piece to this song.
Your girl on the street, man, I can't, so I won't. See my wife at home, man, I would, but she hates my guts. Wife pussy, I got that wife.
Number 4, Diaper Money by the comedy trio The Lonely Island. Now, comedy is subjective, of course, and a lot of times comedy is a very visual thing, like you have to see it in order to get it. It'd be like listening to a live album where someone is doing nothing other than describing and showing off. It'd be like listening to Bo Burnham do an actual stand-up piece where he has so many visual gags. And obviously The Lonely Island aren't only about that. Many of their songs I find to be hilarious outside of their music videos, and some of them don't even have a music video. But in particular, I found Diaper Money off of the Whack album that released in 2015 to be one of those tracks from them that really needed that visual aid. You can see the 3 MCs, which are going by their alter egos, such as Young Sandwich, and they're describing these things like, obviously, Akiva is saying, I got that wife pussy, I got that pussy on lock, and then he goes on to describe how his wife actually hates him and he can't actually do anything. And the irony and the comedy for me comes out in the actual video and what's being shown. It's hard to explain, but those of you who actually follow The Lonely Island or similar comedy groups or artists probably know that you would prefer to actually see the music video, the comedy bit, the sketch, or whatever it is rather than listen to it, because the visuals are actually bringing this song to life and making it hilarious.
For the grace of time and chance and entropy's cruel hands, so open your arms to me, open your arms to me.
The masters of the art form that is the music video themselves, OK Go, nail down a spot at number 3 with their track The One Moment from their album Hungry Ghosts. This is a track that definitely feels like kind of a synthy alternative jam that has some meaning to it, of course. There's definitely feeling, but with OK Go, a lot of times they have kind of painted themselves into this corner where I expect to see this elaborate video. They obviously have a lot of great songs in their back catalog, and I am not trying to dismiss the band as one-trick ponies that can only do cool music videos and only have elaborate ideas, and they're nothing without that. But obviously, I think we all think of the music videos, whether that be the treadmills or something from The One Moment or the Goldberg Machine, where they're doing all of the elaborate things. That's what your mind is drawn to. The One Moment definitely has heart to it as a song, but it's further brought out and elaborated on by the slowing down of the one moment. Just a few seconds that are all panned so quickly. You see the shot right away, but then it's all slowed down and you see the videos popping. You see the big giant blue balls dropping, and you see a lot of other things like the flip book where everything is just in slow motion and you're like, how did they actually get a camera to do all this? The bursting guitars on the ceiling. It's immaculate. The set design, the time that went into this, I don't even want to know how many shoots this took, but the band have that kind of commitment, and that's another reason why I've got a lot of respect for what OK Go do.
Motherfucking bullies better watch their ass. Just sending all them shits a message. There's a new king in class. When they see you, they're gonna freak out.
Oh boy, I got a lot of hateful comments when I reviewed the Ninja Sex Party album and said it wasn't funny at all to me, but I also admitted that I needed the music videos in a lot of ways to actually see what was going on, the comedy that was being described. And on Cool Patrol, This is the epitome of exactly what I was talking about. Like, it's not funny at all to me outside of the video. Comedy albums, again, are very tricky because I can't say that I listen to a ton of them, but when I do, I often find myself just kind of going, huh, like unless you're Weird Al and are so good at just being funny and transcending that of a music video and being able to be funny when you translate it because you're so able to picture it in your own mind, unless you're Weird Al, then you're probably not gonna pull it off all that well. Ninja Sex Party and even their backing band, the Tupperware Remix Party, definitely have a big fan base, and they've associated and aligned themselves with the likes of Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, who both appear in the video for Cool Patrol. Now, I first heard this song when I took on a Patreon request, and I thought to myself, wow, this seems really silly, really dumb, and there's a lot of antics and goofs here, and I'm not laughing at all. But then I saw the video, and I was like, okay, this is so flamboyantly ridiculous that how am I not gonna laugh? They're describing steps for how to take down a bully with this immaculate dance that they've come up with, and this is exactly what you do. And then there's a synth breakdown, and you've got Ninja Brian, one of the members of the duo, just out there on a skating rink, just killing it with the keyboard, and I'm just sitting there chuckling to myself. It's not the funniest thing ever, but my God, if this doesn't fit the definition of my video topic today, then I don't know what does.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.
You saw this one coming from a mile away, but at number 1, we have the Grammy award-winning This Is America by Childish Gambino. Now, it did take home the Grammy Award for the Best Music Video, of course, but it also took home Record and Song of the Year, which I very much disagree with. This Is America is very outspoken, but that music video is crucial to actually understanding what this song is. How many people out there, the first time that you heard This Is America, you sat down and just played the song on Spotify? More than likely, you didn't do that. You were like everybody else in the world, and you watched that music video, which was eye-popping. I even did a reaction to that. I rarely do that. And it just blew my mind a little bit. I couldn't believe the themes that were being taken on, the gunshots that were added, bodies just dropping, the commentary on police brutality, race relations, and so many other things and injustices in America. Glover clearly knew that this was one of those songs that you probably wouldn't just drop as a single and you upload the audio to your page on YouTube or you just drop it on streaming services. This is something that you had to deliver with its official companion piece. The music video for This Is America was everything that we needed to see, needed to hear, and it made the song come to life. But do you find yourself listening to the song all that much outside of the music video? I know a lot of people that would answer no, and I am definitely in that same market of saying I don't really ever listen to the song. In fact, I saved it at first to Spotify, and I quickly, within a month or two, unsaved it because I was just skipping over it and I was like, well, I'll just watch the music video. That's it for this episode of 7 on Sunday, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you thought of the list in the comments section down below. Again, these are just my own opinions, but I don't feel that these songs work very well without their music video. If there's other songs that you don't think work well without their music video, then comment down below and let me know what I might have missed. If you're able to help support the channel in any way, it would be greatly appreciated. That could be dropping a like on this video, subscribing to the channel, donating on Patreon at the top link down below, or else the annotation in the corner of the screen, or by picking up some merch at the merch shelf that's floating below, or else the second link. If you want to catch up on 7 on Sunday, tap here, another recent review here, and I'll see you soon on ARTV.